How do we measure the size and health of an economy? Is it about how much money people have, how many goods are produced, or something else entirely? The answer lies in a key concept, GDP, or Gross Domestic Product. Welcome to Minute Masters University, where today we'll explore GDP, the most common way to measure a country's economic performance. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand what GDP is, how it's calculated, and why it matters. At its core, GDP represents the total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period, typically a year. Think of it as the economic scoreboard, showing how much activity is happening within the economy. The higher the GDP, the more a country is producing, and the stronger its economy is considered to be. GDP is typically calculated using three approaches, all of which should arrive at the same number. The production approach, which sums up the value of all goods and services produced. The expenditure approach, which adds up all spending by households, businesses, and the government. And the income approach, which totals all income earned, such as wages, profits, and taxes. These three methods are like different angles of the same picture. Whether we focus on production, spending, or income, they all aim to measure the same thing, the total value of a country's economic activity. Connecting the dots with a simple example, imagine a bakery sells $100 worth of bread. In the production approach, the value of the bread, $100, is added to GDP. In the expenditure approach, the $100 spent by customers is added to GDP. In the income approach, the bakery's $100 revenue is distributed as wages to workers, rent to the landlord, and profit to the owner, all of which sum to $100 and are added to GDP. So why does GDP matter? It provides a snapshot of a country's economic health. When GDP is growing, it usually signals that businesses are thriving, jobs are being created, and people have more money to spend. But when GDP shrinks, it can indicate a slowdown, with rising unemployment and less spending. However, GDP isn't perfect. It doesn't measure the distribution of wealth. It also doesn't account for non-economic factors like quality of life. A country with high GDP might still face challenges like pollution or vast income inequality. Despite these limitations, GDP remains an essential tool for comparing economies. Policymakers, investors, and businesses use it to guide decisions, from setting interest rates to allocating resources. Understanding GDP helps us make sense of economic trends and how they affect our daily lives. So, the next time you hear about GDP in the news, remember, it's more than just a number. It's a measure of the economic pulse of a country, helping us understand where we stand and where we might be headed. Thanks for watching this lesson from Minute Masters University. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more lessons. Share it with someone who'd enjoy learning about this topic, and let us know your suggestions in the comments. See you next time.